All right, I'm here with Geralyn Pezanoski. She is the filmmaker behind the film Mine. First of all, just give us a synopsis of what the film is about.
So Mine is, it's a story about the bond between humans and animals, and the backdrop is Hurricane Katrina. It's about all the animals that were left behind in Hurricane Katrina, and basically we follow their stories, how they were sent and adopted all over the country, and then custody battles that occurred between the original families and the adoptive guardians of the pets.
Now, was the idea for this documentary something that you had been thinking about, or did it sort of just serendipitously come to fruition?
It didn't start as a documentary. It just started as my desire to go down and do something to help these pets. I saw what was happening, and having been a pet owner in the past, I just know how important pets are to people. And here are these people that have lost so much and are displaced from their homes, and their pets were basically trapped in this empty city, and I just really wanted to do something to help. And so I went down to film things to create some fundraising spots, and then it just evolved into the documentary because I saw it was a much bigger story.
The first time that I had heard that there were actually custody disputes involving these animals, it kind of shocked me, and so it's interesting to see that you were just there at the right time in the right place. Now, you actually have a Katrina dog.
I do. I fostered, the first time I was in New Orleans, I was there for 6 weeks, and I saw that there were so many pets and they were being sent all over, so I thought I would foster a dog until the original owners could come home, or could come find her. And so I fostered her for about 4 months, and then they let me adopt her.
So I want to talk about that, because it seems that you actually had in your mind the knowledge that you weren't going to keep this dog, and you were just fostering it, you were taking care of it. How did the custody issues come to pass? Like, how did those battles start?
For me, the understanding was that I was fostering her and possibly adopting her if no one came forward. That was the idea. It didn't always happen that way. One of the characters in our film, was told the original owners weren't going to come forward and weren't going to come looking for them. So she went in under that sort of expectation. I think people just got really attached to these pets. They nurtured these pets back to health after a real trauma in Katrina, and they got attached. And I think there was also a lot of judgment about the original owners and how the pets were left behind, and so that contributed to.
I saw that in some of the clips that I've seen, that there seemed to be this judgment on the owners who, there's this one where they're cutting a piece of the roof out and pulling people and of course the animals out, and it's sort of hard to think about what the people were going through, much less the animals. So there's a lot of arguing back and forth about whose it is, and so how does this get resolved? A tough question.
In many ways. I mean, I think there were hundreds, if not thousands, of cases where people were sort of disputing these pets, and so you have to watch the movie and find out.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Some resolve, some don't.
And I think overall it just speaks volumes about how people really, truly cherish their pets.
Yeah, I mean, animals are really important to people, and I think in a crisis like Katrina, when people are losing everything, it becomes even more so.
Talk about some of the challenges you faced going down there working in New Orleans. I'm assuming this was pretty soon after the event.
Yeah, we went down a few weeks after Katrina. The water was gone by the time we went, but there weren't many people in there, and it's interesting because at the time we were there, press could be there and rescuers could be there, but residents couldn't be, so that was kind of interesting, and I think led to a lot of the problems. But for me, one of the biggest challenges in the beginning was not messing up these shots, because there's these animals that we're filming people rescuing animals, and I wanted to get out there and rescue animals. It felt irresponsible not to, so I ruined many shots by getting out there in front of the camera. But that was one of the challenges, but it was a really amazing experience.
And about how long did it take for you to get all the filming done?
Well, our initial filming was about 6 weeks, but I mean, we've been filming up until a couple of months ago because these custody battles are still going on, and so, I could have kept filming probably another year. But so it's been 3.5 years in the making.
And so we're here at South by Southwest, and we're doing these interviews as part of the Interactive Festival. And one of the questions we like to ask is how people use new technology, new media, either to promote their film or as a tool to research their film. And did that play into this documentary?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the internet and media were really important and were really inherent to the story, because a lot of how people were trying to reconnect with their pets, et cetera, and a lot of the rescue happened on the internet and through rescue websites, et cetera. So that was a really important part of the story. But then for us, of course, we're in MySpace and Facebook, and I don't know if I should say all that, but we're in all of the sort of social networking sites, and I think that's been really big, and a lot of people have found us that way. And I think we'll definitely look into some distribution sort of plans that involve online distribution, et cetera. So
I was able to learn a lot about the documentary through YouTube and the internet, so I guess it works out.
Yeah,
is there anything else you'd like to add about the film or anything else?
Yeah, well, we're just really happy to be here at South by Southwest. We got accepted. Our film wasn't even finished yet. We, had 6 weeks to finish, and we're really excited. And we're just really happy to be here and happy that people like it. And I think it's a story that's really universal, and it transcends Katrina. It transcends animals. It's really about humanity, and I just think it's got some important messages.
That's fantastic, and you couldn't pick a better city to showcase it than Austin. People love their pets here, so. And this is your first time in Austin.
Yeah, this is my first trip to Austin. This was our top choice of festivals to premiere at. I just thought geographically it was a good location. Just the city, I just think it was a really good place for us to premiere. So that's great.
Well, Geralyn, thank you very much for being with us, and the film is Mine.
Thank you.